Hello, hello, everyone. Happy Friday. I hope everyone is doing well. Today, I want to come on and do a special episode and to let you guys know that I have some exciting announcements coming up. So, I'm going to wait a couple minutes for people to come in. Why don't you write in the comments where you are coming in from and your name so that we can support you? So, we got so much going on, right? Oh my God, I can't believe it's September, but we have gift guide season coming up. We have so many founders whose product or service would be so good for a gift guide or a product guide or end of year guide, whatever it is. And I've worked really hard with my team in the last few weeks to make sure that you have all the resources that you need. We just updated the PR Starter Pack portal with 599 editors who cover gift guides. And so it runs a gamut from every industry, whether it's consumer goods or business to business or yoga mats or candles or best things for parents or dogs, what have you. So right now is the time. If you actually go on my Instagram at Gloria Chow PR, you can see that right now editors are getting their best pitches. So I would say you have around 3 more weeks to pitch your gift guide pitch. And I will be going live next week to deliver a training on that. And I've already connected with about 3 or 4 journalists who work for BuzzFeed, Allure, Apartment Therapy, and their whole job is to basically round up the best products. And so I'm so excited to connect with them and to talk about doing a special live with them so that they can provide you value too. So, hi, good morning. Thank you, everyone. So, we're just talking about getting into a gift guide and how right now is such a critical moment. If you go onto my Instagram at Gloria Chow PR, you can see exactly how the timeline is. But basically, people have already started sending in their pitch, right? And editors are gathering the pitches. And basically, all of September is your time to pitch your product. And around October, they're going to finalize what they think are the best gifts, the best products, maybe have some follow up questions, get the images, get the right links. And then that way they're ready to publish end of October for the gift guides. Now, this is the most important time of year. This is when all businesses, usually in Q4, make most of their revenue. And it's your best time to maximize this incredible media opportunity that's not going to come again until next holiday. So if you have any questions about that, let me know. But I wanted to come on and let you know that, I always think about, okay, here at Gloria Chow PR, how can I keep giving you value? How can I bring together my network of people that I know and bring them into our universe so that they can deliver value to you as well? Because I really believe that it's not just about me, right? It's about the people that I know, the people who are aligned with my values, my mission, the people who are watching now and making those connections. And nothing makes me happier than connecting people, right? You've already seen that the PR Starter Pack members, they have formed accountability pods, they get onto each other's podcasts. And then I always invite guest experts as well. And so my announcement is that after being on 30 something podcasts, I'm about to launch my very own podcast. Yes, I am about to launch my podcast where I am the host and I get to interview the people that I have connected with in the last year who I've always put in my back pocket and knew that they would be so valuable for you. So that is the announcement. So I've been working hard in the last 2 months, ramping up with a podcast agency. They are really super professional. They have done podcasts for so many amazing top podcasts, and we're doing the launch process. So I've already recorded 3 episodes, and I have an entire roster of about 20 different guests, award-winning marketers, public speaking coaches, people you've seen on Instagram that you love, people with amazing energy, YouTubers, TikTokers, sales strategy, like you name it. These are people that I've connected with, but I just haven't had a chance to bring them into my universe in a really meaningful way. So that is what I have going on. So right now, like the list just gets longer and longer. Like for example, next week, I'm recording an episode with the one and only Esprit Devora. She is probably one of the top 1% of podcasters. She used to be the Clubhouse face. So her face was the logo. And she's so value aligned because even though she has like the one of the biggest followings of any podcasters I know, she still hosts a room every single week and to help people and tell them about how to podcast. She's been podcasting for like more than 10 years now. So I have Jamar Diggs, who is an incredible YouTube influencer, TikToker, and he's just all around like such a funny, vibrant guy. And I have my childhood friend, the I want to call him my unicorn. He is the queer Muslim influencer. And if you've watched the Facebook Lives, you've seen that his episode was so funny. He really kind of combines like that hard, like gut wrenching hard truth with a dash of humor and sass. And I think that's why people just love him, right? Because he is able to give you what you need, but then like kind of do it in a way that's really sassy and funny. So I'm having him on the podcast. I am having the one and only Precious Williams, who is the, self-proclaimed pitch master. So she will tell you how to slay your business. She is one of the top LinkedIn influencers. She's written so many books. She's been on all the stages. So she's going to be on an episode about how to slay your pitch, how to just get over yourself and be confident and really perfect that elevator pitch, right? Here at Gloria Chow PR, I'm all about learning how to be clear on your message. And it's a muscle, right? It's not like you wake up one day and all of a sudden you know how to write a pitch. You are constantly pitching yourself at every event and like life is sales, right? So whether you're connecting with someone or you're sending them a LinkedIn or you're asking to be on a holiday gift guide, it all comes down to pitching yourself. What is the conversation? How do you draw a bridge, right? And so I talk about it for PR, and everything I know I put into the starter pack, but there are other people who can also help you, like speak on stages or maybe create viral engaging content. And so I have another person who is incredible, Derek, or AKA Spiffy. He went from 0 to like 350K followers organic, just like Sandy Lynn. And he talks about how to create the most engaging content in the first 6 seconds of your video, right? He's in the starter pack. We just did a one-on-one. I said, you know what? You're so awesome. I'm going to have you on. We have a lot of people from our starter pack too, who are getting wins every day. And so I am going to have them on the podcast as well. And probably my best case study, the one and only Tanisha, founder of Black Inc. She used to be called Black Movement, BLAQUE. And if you've watched my masterclass, and by the way, if you haven't, go to gloriachow.com/masterclass. I have her on the podcast talking about how she got onto 10 plus national outlets without being funded, without having a physical space, without being launched, right? And now she's pivoting and she's doing like a whole platform and she has developers. So she's going to be on the podcast as well. So that's really my announcement. It's the fact that I'm finally ready to say that I've, all the things that I wanted to do and all the kind of relationships that I've built in the last year, I'm finally able to provide a forum for that. And that's with my podcast, a small business PR podcast. I've recorded 4 episodes. I have a list of 20 or so experts around the internet, some of whom you might really already know on Instagram. We're doing recordings, and I just really want to pour my heart and soul into it because, one, it's searchable. So it's accessible. So whether or not you have Facebook, you can go online. If you do a search, you can listen to the podcast. And I don't know about you, but I'm always multitasking. So if I'm biking across the city, one of the things I love to do is just put on a podcast, right? So that's another reason why I'm launching it. The third reason is that it's a great way to build my content strategy, right? So instead of spending 5 times the amount of time creating different content, I want to pour all of my time, money, resources into the podcast episode. And then that will become the main content theme for that week. So if I have Jamar Diggs talking about how to utilize YouTube and how to go viral on YouTube, how to make sure to optimize your hashtags, whatever, that week, all of the posts will be that. And then that's how I'm going to do a Q&A on our Facebook group. So that's kind of how I envision it. I would love your feedback on how we can still do the Friday Facebook Lives. But that's what I'm imagining is I'll release an episode on Monday, and it's going to be 30 minutes because I'm all about getting to the point, y'all. So on Monday, I'll release an episode. During the week, we'll have a blog post about it for the people who like to read. We'll have social media content about it where you can engage with me in the DMs. And then I'll tag the person so you can also reach out to them. And then on Friday, which is what we have going on right now, I will do a Q&A session about the episode. So that's kind of how I envision it. But if you have any other questions or maybe suggestions on what I should do for the Friday Lives, let me know. But obviously, I'm going to try to have the guests on the Friday Live as well. But it's really going to be a chance for people who have listened to the podcast to get into our universe in a more intimate way and actually interact with me in the comments, right? So I'm going to be in there moderating the comments. I'm going to be like, hey, Esprit talked about this. Does anyone have any questions about this, right? And then that way it becomes more interactive and kind of, it's like an organism that grows and thrives, and it's not just this like me talking to you. So that's kind of what I have going on. And next week, I am going to record a training on how to pitch to gift guides. And as if I needed to make more work for myself, but I just know that like in the next 3 weeks, this is the time to pitch for gift guides. And I don't want you to miss out on that time. So I'm going to take some time to actually write out the training. I'm going to give you some quick tips on how to pitch to gift guides because the window of opportunity is closing right now. I wouldn't say it's closed, I would say it's open. So I want you to get in, and I don't want you to be messaging me end of October, November. Gloria, I wish I could have gone to a gift guide like Natalie Lennox, right? Who used the PR starter pack and gone to 5+ gift guide. I wish so. That's why I'm taking my own time to make sure that next week we're going to do a training on how to get into a gift guide. And so that's something that I'm going to spend some time doing this week. So if anyone has any questions, DM me or just, you know what, put on the chat. Yes, I want to pitch to a gift guide. And then that way we can know who are the people who want to get into a gift guide. And maybe, you don't think of yourself as someone whose product or service fits in a gift guide, but you would be very, very surprised, right? We got to get creative. All I know is that the 2021 holiday season, it's coming back with a vengeance. And I know that Q4 sales, I don't care what industry you're in, people are ready to buy, right? We took the summer off. Q4 is when most people make most of their revenue. So I want to make sure that you are supported and that you have what you need to pitch for it. And look, maybe it's not getting into a gift guide, but maybe there's an incredible press opportunity because editors right now they understand that people are sending them pitches. So they're going to be looking at their mailbox. They're going to be refreshing that mailbox. And they just understand that Q4 is the time when they're going to receive their best pitches. So they're going to be looking at it and sifting through it. So we're going to talk about subject lines. And obviously, if you're in the PR starter pack, you already know how to pitch to a gift guide. I have the templates in there for you. And I just uploaded a list of 599 gift guide editors for 2021. So I have people in the starter pack already who have already started pitching. But more generally, next week, I'll talk about kind of like the do's and the don'ts. You won't have the media list, but at least you'll know like how to kind of structure your pitch, and we'll do some like Q&A. So yeah, that's kind of what I have planned. And that's really kind of what I want to do with this community. I want to keep this community free. I want to keep it high value. I don't, I spend time every single week planning out these lives. I write emails. I do social media posts. I have my team correct the captions. So it's a lot of work that goes into delivering a free Facebook Live every single Friday. But I want to now turn my energy more to the podcast because one, it's more accessible, right? It's searchable. And then we can use the Facebook Live as a forum to be more interactive, right? I see like Greta's here, Mary, Sierra, like all the people who have been with me and really believe in my methods. Like I want to be able to like reward and incentivize people who give me their time and energy to listen to the podcast. So once it launches, and I'll tell you all about it, we're going to have a giveaway. We're going to be doing all sorts of things because I want to make sure that the podcast gets a really good and successful launch so people know about it. And I'm very, very carefully curating which episode goes first, which episode goes second. I'm talking with like tons of other people in my mastermind, and I want to make sure that the first 4 episodes make sense, that it has all the different components that you need. It's not repetitive. So we're going to touch on all the different points. And then obviously we're going to keep going at a cadence of once a week. It's not easy. It's a lot of work, right? To record once a month, to make sure you have guests, to schedule your time with guests who are very sought after, right? They're busy as well, but it's work I want to do. It's work I'm willing to do. And honestly, it lights me up. And I'm grateful I'm at a point in my business where I can do things that light me up instead of kind of only doing the things that kind of weigh me down. Obviously, there's stuff like that too that we have to do as business owners, but I'm really excited about it. And I don't feel like it's going to be work. It's going to be work, but like it just lights me up to be able to bring new people into our community. So yeah, so that's my announcement. And next week I'm going to go live again to deliver a training. So in this replay, what I would love for you to do is do 2 things. Say, yes, well, actually, one thing is, yes, I am pitching to a gift guide. And that way we know who you are. And if you have any questions, submit it on this replay. So that way, when I am planning my training for next week, I can already incorporate that. So next week's going to be good. Again, window of opportunity to pitch the gift guide is getting smaller and smaller. You probably have 2 to 3 weeks. So I want to make sure that anyone who has even a thought about getting their products into a gift guides, let me know, let us know. Of course, you know about all the success stories of people who have gotten featured. Natalie Lena got like into 5+ gift guides and like so many more. So it's all possible. It's just like whether or not we want to say yes to putting ourselves out there. And there is no time like now because Q4 is coming and editors are open and willing to read more pitches than they usually do because that's just the name of the game in the holiday season, right? Everyone is rushing. So you owe it to yourself to put your name in the hat and get in the game, right? Whether or not whatever the outcome is, you got to make sure that you make the decision to at least get in the game. So that's what I have for you. I'm actually about to go camping and I have people waiting for me downstairs. So I'm excited to unplug, but I wanted to come on and just let you know, thank you for being here. I never expected that this community turned out to be what it is. I had a lot of people in the beginning when I did my 5-day PR challenge, which is how this group was created. They told me, "Oh, Gloria, you you really should close a Facebook group. It's a lot of work to manage for free. You should charge like, $25 for it every month. You should do something, but you definitely shouldn't do a Facebook group for free." And I'm so glad I didn't listen to them because that is a scarcity mindset and I acted out of a place of abundance and I said, "You know what? It is work and it is a free group and there's a lot of that goes into it, but I really like connecting with people and my why is like I love to network with people and put people in touch and support people, and you can see that in the Facebook group, right? So we have like Lisa Virtue, who is a mompreneur, and she wrote a book called Career Mamas, and all of a sudden there's like a thread with other mamas. So those are the things that really light me up. I want to say thank you so much for all the people that keep showing up every day, who keep reading the comments, who keep supporting each other and connecting. Like, for example, Dr. Greta just connected with me last week and she's like, I loved your live with Dr. Ross MD, and I am a golfer and I feel like his expertise about the sun is perfect. So that connection was made. So let's keep doing this. Let's keep making this ecosystem a safe and supportive place for all of us, because no person can do it alone and we all need that support. And that's exactly why I'm here. So thank you all so much. I hope you have an incredible weekend, and I'll let you know when it launches. But we're going to have a giveaway and we're going to make a big bang, a big splash, because I'm all about going bigger with your message, right? So I'll let you know, but it'll probably happen in the next month or so. Again, after I record all the episodes, it gets cleaned up. The graphics are being made. It's going to be on Apple, iTunes, Spotify, and then we'll have a party, a giveaway, the whole thing. So keep looking out, and I'll see you next week for the gift guide training. Bye, everyone.